least 3 people sustained varying degrees of injury during a clash between Muslims and Christians on Wednesday in Ilorin, Kwara State, after the state government reopened 10 schools shut last month over the use of hijab by Muslim female students. The government had in February ordered the temporary closure of the schools pending the resolution of the controversy in the schools. The schools are C&S College, St. Anthony College, Equa School, Surulere Baptist Secondary School, Bishop Smith Secondary School, CAC Secondary School, St. Barnabas Secondary School, St. John School, St. William Secondary School, and St. James Secondary School. Muslim leaders had insisted that students should be allowed to use hijab, but their Christian counterparts said such negates the heritage of the missionaries who built the schools. However, after several peace meetings, the state government approved the use of hijab in all public schools in the state, but the decision did not go down well with the Christian leaders who kicked against it openly, insisting that they will not allow such in their mission schools. They also urged Christians to occupy the schools when they reopen today in protest of the government's resolution. The affected schools were established by Christian missionaries but now funded by the state government after a forceful takeover of all mission schools in the country in 1975 by the Nigerian government. Christians and Muslims, not pleased with the situation, however, went into clash at one of the affected schools, Baptist Secondary School, on Wednesday as they pelted themselves with stones and plastic chairs, with security operatives struggling to control the situation. Sahara reporters gathered that students and teachers who resumed in line with the government's directives were denied access into the school premises. The school reopening was on Tuesday night announced by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development, Kemi Adeosun. Adeosun had said the government is convinced that its policy to allow willing Muslim schoolgirls to wear their hijab face covering in public schools will lead to sustainable peace and communal harmony anchored on mutual respect and understanding. The path to mutual respect, understanding, and peace with regards to hijab had long been adopted in all the northern Nigeria and many states in the southwest, such as Lagos, Osun, Ekiti, Oyo states. As the students resumed normal classes, the government took special notice of the plight of those of them preparing for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination and hereby directs affected schools to hold at least 2-hour extra lesson for all the intending candidates after the school hours daily. I don't understand this issue of religion. And if you find out whether the children are even learning, because the main purpose why people go to school is to go and learn. What we really need to focus in this country is the quality of education. In all of those things that we are talking about, we are holding on to, oh, I want to wear this, I don't want to wear this, I don't just understand. And I think because this thing has really been causing a lot of problem. If we look down, the reason why these children are going to school is for them to be educated, and to even not just to be educated. We are not talking about substandard education. We are talking about quality education. Are they getting the quality education? Instead, because that is what we really need to be focusing on. All this, we want to wear hijab, we don't want to wear hijab. I don't even know when all of those things are really coming into. I don't understand. The whole thing is just somehow. This one, I'm okay. I'm fighting for my right. This one, you two want to fight for his right. Because before you know, you are talking of hijab. Before you know, another thing will still creeping again. Oh, we want to do this. At the end of the day, the reason why they are going to school will be forfeited. Of course, we don't even have a quality education as we speak now. Before you know, another people will still come out and tell us, oh, this is it. Oh, this is how we are. So I'm from a celestial background. Oh, I'm from this and that. Oh, I'm from the what is it called? From the traditional belief. Everybody want to wear their attire. I don't understand. I think the whole essence of this whole thing is just, and I know most of the schools, they always have berets. At least if you want to cover your head, they always have berets. At least there should be a uniform. That is where the problem comes in. There should be a uniform. Because if you hear from the Muslim side now, oh, they will tell you that this is and that. You say, oh yes, these people, they are right with what they are saying. If you see here from the Christian side too. You will say, oh my goodness, oh, why are they intimidating these people? Why did they want to force want it? But at least whether it is for Muslim or for Christian, in my opinion, let all of those things be discarded and let there be a universal form of a uniform that will be universal. That is what they're supposed to be concentrating on. This whole thing has been going back and forth, but at the end of the day, let them go and check whether the need or the reason why they are going to school, whether it's being achieved in the first place. Quality education of what standard? No, we are not going to get it. But just to be diverting attention, putting whatever on unnecessary things, hammering on unnecessary things. That is what we are going to be concentrating. You can imagine. Well, do you see how the useless Kwara state government is creating religious crisis? There was peace in schools until the nitwits came up with the hijab. The Kwara government and the people sharing the same issue at fault. Those schools have been there not now without no problem of hijab or not. If they don't have negative opinion, they don't need to bring the matter up at this time. Let the schools remain what they practiced before, so as to not to continue bringing hatred and enmity between the two different faiths. And believe you me, we're always talking about Christian and Muslim. There are other religions. If all of those will still bring up their this sin, because everybody is free to practice his or her own religion, if all of those people bring their this sin, you not be saying, oh, this one they are devilish, this and that. That's why everything must be neutral. Or is it because the government has taken over those schools and they are the one funding it? Is that why they want to impose whatever? Religion should not even be. If you know, religion is supposed to be a personal thing. A personal thing. My own concern is that let them focus on the real thing why they are there in the first place, because it's not going to end like this. So a time will still come, they will see another people will still come again. So if the government or if people are saying, okay, let us practice our religion, or we are free or freedom of one thing, freedom of religion, other people will still come. Like I said, it is not only Christian and Muslim that are what do they call it? Those are the two major or maybe popular religions that people always talk about. But what about all those other ones? If they come to, what are you going to tell them? This one will still come with his own, this one will come with her own, another will. So how are we going to accommodate all of these things if we begin to do all these things? This is really serious. Well, they will have only succeeding in using it to bring out strikes, because there had been a way we have been cohabiting that people are good about. Governments can build more schools that will allow for wearing of hijab. Many other tenets, the students are not allowed to will be practiced easily, and everybody is good. Ilorin used to be one of the most peaceful cities I have ever known. A big disgrace to the Kwara state government for not able to manage the situation. I guess some people are behind this. There are still people in Nigeria that are not civilized, who religious and politics has brainwashed to the level of poverty and stupidity. You can't force anyone to cover or not to cover face. Religion, men and women in Nigeria who don't know God Almighty, rubbish idol practice they called religion. There is no proper enlightenment on this on the part of the government. The law must be explained. All citizens have the right to dress decently. Nigeria will never be one. The earlier we accept that and act accordingly by dividing this country, the better for everyone. So guys, let's hear your opinion on this.